Welcome to your Daily Writing Habit, episode number 470. If you are writing a book or thinking about it or trying to finish a book you've started or trying to let more people know about your book, you are in the right place. Good morning. Happy Saturday. I'm your host, Christine Whitmarsh, also known as Christine Inc. Each day I'm sharing with you the writing habits I've learned over my 19 years as a ghostwriter, book coach, and author. I have found that three things in particular have a huge impact on your success as an author, and they have the ability to turn a quote-unquote non-author into a published one. Those three things are writing fundamentals, productivity, and mindset habits. Here's today's quote. Be the designer of your world, and not merely the consumer of it. James Clear from the book Atomic Habits. And speaking of those three pillars, writing fundamentals, productivity, mindset habits, let's have a Saturday writing habit check today, especially since I know many of you use the weekend time as your writing time. So consider this a mashup of some of my favorite soapbox rants on author productivity, but with quite a few actually new ideas added in for flavoring. First, my usual reminder that the things most likely to get done are the ones you have scheduled on your calendar, just like anything else that needs to get done in life, like work meetings, client phone calls, doctor's appointments, anything like that. So your first and most important action toward getting your book done is to schedule your writing sessions, or as I call them, writing caves, on your calendar. But what if, as is true for some authors I've spoken to, what if that's not enough? What if you have diligently scheduled your writing caves on your calendar, but for whatever reason, they're still not happening? Well, here's a question. In addition to putting your writing sessions on your calendar, are you creating the conditions conducive to those writing sessions happening? Is it arbitrary or intentional scheduling? For instance, when you schedule a work meeting or any sort of appointment, you probably make sure there's enough space around it to ensure you'll get there. You wouldn't schedule a meeting for like 2 o'clock when you know you have a thing at 1:45 that most likely is not going to end at 2 o'clock. That's going to run over to like 2:15 or 2:30. If you care about your 2 o'clock appointment, you wouldn't do that. So how does this translate to your writing sessions? Well, and this example comes from one of my super smart book coaching clients. If you know you're going to be working late one night, don't over optimistically schedule a 6 a.m. writing session the next morning. I mean, I totally appreciate the intention there. You're going to wake up at 6 a.m., you're going to work on your book, but you know you're going to be working late on a deadline. So don't do that to yourself, because let's be real. Yes, you're doing a good thing by putting your writing on your calendar. Totally acknowledge you for that. So you're putting it on your calendar where you can see it. But realistically speaking, what are the chances that you're going to be butt in seat working on your book at 6 a.m. after working on a deadline late at night? Or more likely, you'll turn the writing cave alarm off. You'll feel guilty about it, maybe even discouraged from scheduling another writing cave in the near future because you feel like you failed. All right, you didn't fail as an author, but you did set yourself up for failure for this one particular writing session. See the difference? Difference between setting yourself up for failure and being a failure. And you're not failures, just to remind you all. So if you do that enough times, you will feel bad enough about yourself as an author to maybe even quit on your book. And this would be tragic, to quit on your dream of being a published author. This is sad, and it's also completely unnecessary. If you are conscious about scheduling your writing sessions and creating conditions around them that are conducive to the success of those sessions, you will put yourself in a much better position to succeed in writing your book. In addition to making sure your sessions are scheduled on your calendar and at reasonable times in relation to the rest of your schedule, times that will actually work for you, novel idea, be aware of other conditions conducive to your writing as well. For instance, if you're coming out of quote-unquote reactive mode, like you're at your desk, you're online, you're on social media, you're answering emails, boom, boom, boom. You're just reacting to all the things that life is throwing at you, just like a flurry of activity that your brain has been keeping up with. But then you think you're just going to hop right over into the calm, creative, serene, beautiful, lovely flow of a writing session from that? Realistically, you will need some sort of buffer to switch gears. Think about how your body feels during those times. When you're being hit with that stimuli of life, whether online or rushing in the door from being out running around to appointments and running errands, picking up the kids, doing all the things, to think that you can run in the door and immediately go to your desk and sit down and tell your brain, okay, be an author now. Focus, right, do it now. That's ridiculous. Unless you're literally a mental ninja, that's a lot of pressure you're putting on your brain to perform mental magic tricks. No matter what you're doing before your scheduled writing session, be sure and check in with your body and do what you need to do to move out of life reactive mode into focused writing mode. This could be some deep breathing, some yoga, maybe even a few minutes of intense exercise. You know your body best, so you know how to get it to settle down. For some people, it's intense exercise. For some people, it's calm things, it's breathing. It just, you know how to get yourself to settle down. So make sure when you're scheduling those writing sessions, you incorporate the time in there, the settle down time. Realize that you're not going to be able to just say, okay, I'm going to just go from doing all this crazy stuff at 1:59 p.m., but 2 p.m., right, go, do it. It might be 2:15, it might be 2:30, it might be 2:45. You have to figure out the way your body works and allow that time to settle down. So when your body settles down, because your body and brain are connected, your brain is likely to follow. Create conditions conducive to writing. Set yourself up for success. Thank you for joining me here on Your Daily Writing Habit, where I am helping you write and finish writing an awesome book. And please drop by my Inc. Authors group on Facebook and let us know how it's going, and let us know, more importantly, how we can support your writing goals. Definitely accountability is a big one. So if you're looking for accountability in your writing, please drop by Inc. Authors on Facebook. Until tomorrow, happy writing.